your balls. I heard your girls got you climbing the walls. Man, your life is a mess. You used to wear the pants, now you're wearing a dress. You feel like enough is enough, and you're tired of wearing the handcuffs. Cause you no longer run your own house. You wanna be a man again, come and join Mouse. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mouse Show. Me and Organizing Unity to Save Earth. We got something to talk about today, but before I get into it, I would like to say that the opinions expressed today are strictly the opinions of me and my brother Barry. They're not the opinions of our friends, family, co-workers, spouses, or employers. I know today is something that really gets on my nerves I want to talk about, man.
What's that?
People in these dogs and taking them into the stores all the time.
I've been waiting for something like this to come along.
Yes, it's very, very irritating, man. Now, we talked about this earlier. Now, you said there's a difference between...
Yes, an emotionally support animal and a service dog. There's a difference between both.
Okay.
You know, emotionally support animal is pretty obvious. You know, a person who's having problems like mentally or, you know, they need a companion or something there to make their life a little easier. And a service dog is a trained dog.
Okay.
You know, or a trained pet, which is usually, service animals are usually like dogs and horses. That's it.
Yeah.
You know, but they're there. They provide a service. Right. You know, for a person who's blind or for a person who's deaf.
That's understandable.
You know, and you know they usually wear like some kind of a collar showing that they're a service dog. Right. They're not going to go barking. They're not going to go urinating anywhere or anything like that because they're trained. Yes. But emotionally support animals are not.
Now.
And that can be anything. That can be a parrot. Right. It can be a bird.
Yeah. Now, this is the problem I'm having with this stuff. Do you think we're getting out of control with this, you know, emotional support animal stuff?
Way out of control. Too much.
I was in the store one day, right? This lady has a dog. The dog poops everywhere in the store. And I don't even think it was an emotional support animal. She's the one to take her dog in the store. Pooped everywhere, man.
No surprise to me.
I was so mad. I said, see, this is why people can't be letting dogs out in the store all the time, man. And then another time, I saw this little girl, probably about 13, 14 years old. She holding her little dog, walking in the store. I'm like, this is not an emotional support dog. You just want to take your dog to the store. Yeah. And she walking with her mother and father and her, and she got the dog petting it. And I'm like, what does that have to do with emotional support? Right. This is some bull.
The main dogs that are used for service dogs, the service dog service, is like a German Shepherd, a Poodle, a Golden Retriever, a Great Dane, or a Labrador Retriever. So if you see anything else, it ain't probably, you know, dog. It's not a service dog. Not at all.
I mean, I feel like this, when it comes to taking advantage, humans are always going to take advantage of something. It don't matter what it is. Yeah. And like, this is the problem with people today. Everybody wants to spoil their kids. Everybody think their kids are special. And I heard a comedian say this, and we've said this long before even I heard this person say it, but your child is not special to nobody but you. True. Because outside of your home, people don't care. You know what I'm saying? So why are you letting your kid break these rules and do these things that society doesn't agree with? Yeah. You know, like, come on. Okay, your kid want to take the dog to the store. You tell them no. But no, you can't take your dog to the store. Just leave the dog here.
You know, you would think at some point in time, because I've seen dogs in restaurants, and you would think, man, this is literally don't-ish where you eat. Right. Literally, right? So it's like, you know, you would think just out of common respect for human beings that you wouldn't take your dog inside of a restaurant. Exactly. But people take their dogs inside of restaurants, man, and they'll let them sit up on the seat, and they'll be feeding them. But just having a dog, it's just, you would just think just a respect out of another grown human being that you wouldn't even do that. But people just don't care.
You would think, because my thing is this. Everybody does not want dogs around their food. Nope. If you want dogs around your food, do it at home. You can have your dog running around all day at home in your kitchen if that's what you want. But have respect for other human beings and other people in general in the world, because it's not your world, it's everybody's world. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because I remember one time, man, this dude told me the story about, he was at somebody's house, right? Yeah. They're sitting there watching a game or something. The dude had a bowl of chips sitting on the counter. He had a cat, right? The cat hops on the counter, starts sniffing all in the food and licking all on the food. The guy grabs the chips and then says, anybody want some chips?
Man, that's crazy, dude.
And dude said, no, thank you.
I remember growing up, dude. Remember, like, there was a such thing as a dog house. I don't remember too many people growing up when we grew up where the pets were just roaming around in the house if there was a member of the family.
No.
They might have was roaming around the house at a small part of time during the daytime, a little bit maybe. But then, they would go outside to the doghouse where they had to sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even see dog houses anymore. I don't even know if they exist anymore.
Nah.
But now they're inside the house living, and then when you see them laying on people's beds.
Yeah.
And like, I have a friend right now. She used to have a dog. Mm-hmm. And I told her, I was like, if she thinking about getting another one. And I was like, you know what? I would have to say, if you did get another one, then I don't know. I'm cool with that, man, because if you letting them sleep on your bed and everything like that, and it's a male dog, and then his wee been all over them sheets, and you expect me to lay my head on the same sheets that his wee been, I was like, nah, I can't do that. And the same thing with if it was a female dog, I was like, nah, like
you're gonna be like, what is this wet stuff on your bed?
Yeah, man. I mean,
all on your face.
Yeah, or if it's one of them days where I'm real tired and I'm slobbering and my mouth open, and then I'm like, what was this, man? So, nah, dude, like
that would not be good.
Nah, So I'm cool. I'm cool on that, man.
It's out of control though, man.
Yeah.
I mean, we gonna have a thing later on about, the whole dog thing, but it's just crazy to me how everybody act like you're supposed to go along with whatever it is they want to do in life. Nobody wants to, just not cross the line in the sand. Everybody want to cross the line in the sand.
Like, why does some people just feel that they don't need to be told no? There used to be a time where people would be told no, and then you take your butt home and mad.
And you accepted it.
Yeah.
You might be mad, but you accepted it.
Now you keep on coming back until things swing in your favor.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, man.
It is, man. But I hate when I see people bringing their dogs in the stores, man. It drives me crazy because I'm like, why is this necessary? Now, if a person is blind, it's understandable.
Yeah.
That's I completely get. If a person has, some kind of disability and they need a dog, then there's nothing they can do. They can't help that.
No.
But these people that want to do it just because, they're the ones that gets on my nerves.
No, man, I was just looking at my notes here, dude. There's like a small percentage of blind people who even have service dogs.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
There's like 3% of blind people have service dogs.
3%?
Yeah, it's a small percentage that have service dogs. And all these people who have emergency support animals. It's crazy. Not even that many people who really need them have them.
And what about when people be having dogs on the plane and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Barking all day long. You can't even enjoy your plane ride.
Nope.
That's ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
I would be so mad.
And obviously, it's not any kind of a service animal because it's not going to be barking. It's not going to be doing nothing.
Exactly.
It's going to be quiet. Just about every service dog I've ever seen was very respectful.
Yep.
Was quiet, didn't bark, didn't do nothing.
Yep.
Even if it felt threatened, it was trained properly.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, most people that even have a dog don't deserve a dog anyway.
Yeah.
Most people aren't responsible.
Nope.
They want to do what everybody else is doing because they see everybody else with a dog. I want a dog too. Like kids be like, I want a dog. Mom, I want a dog. Dad, you don't deserve a dog, but they give it to them anyway. No kid ain't responsible at all.
Man, I remember in my apartment building, dude, like when I first moved in there, you can only have cats, right? And cats were small, and cats are independent. You can let them out. They might do something inside the house if you have a litter box.
Right.
But, if you didn't have a litter box inside the house, they'll go outside and do whatever they have to do, defecate, urine, and whatever they have to do, right? All of a sudden, man, the last 10, 12 years, they were allowing dogs in there, right? And, at first it was dogs no bigger than maybe a poodle, maybe a little bigger than that. And then now all of a sudden, here we are, dude, 12 years later. Now, you seeing Doberman Pinschers and you seeing Rottweilers and you just hearing dogs bark all night.
Wow.
Because of this emotional support stuff. And I'm like, man, how you have a Rottweiler and that's emotionally support? How a dog barking all night when you can't sleep? It's to be an emotionally support animal.
Yeah, really. It's driving you crazy, if anything.
Oh, dude, it's crazy. And it's not the same, dude. You walk out in front of the building, the sidewalk is just defecation all over the place because everybody's not picking up after them.
And
they want them.
That's what I mean about everybody doesn't deserve a dog because a lot of people aren't responsible. If you got a dog, you got to pick the poop up, man. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
If you have a child, you got to wipe the child's butt, don't you?
Yep.
Then, hey, if you have a dog, then you should be picking up the poop too because that's part of the responsibility.
Yep.
Otherwise, don't get one. You know what I'm saying? But I was in a grocery store one day, and this dude had a Doberman Pinscher. I'm like, This dude got a full Doberman pincher here. And he walked with the dog like this. Dog pulled him. I said, oh, this ain't good. This dog gonna bite somebody, man. And the dog looked big in the store, you know what I'm saying? Because you're not used to seeing a full-grown dog in the store like that.
No.
And the dude trying to hold the dog close, but the owls ain't that big.
Nope.
So you're trying to hold the dog back. Like, man, I hope this dog don't bite nobody. But why did you need to take the dog in there?
Just because you can. It don't make sense.
Like
you say, they're doing it because they can, but it don't make sense, dude. You could have just tied it up outside.
Yeah.
Or if you drove, you could have just left the windows down so we can get some air, leave it in the car. But you doing it because you can.
Why people just don't leave their dogs at home?
Right.
I don't get it. Why do your dog have to go outside with you? Why? Take them on a walk into a park or something. Don't bring them in the store because I don't even want dogs around my food at all, period, to be honest with you.
Me neither.
You know what I'm saying? I really don't. I remember one time this dude I know had made some food for me and I looked in the food and had a dog hair in it. I almost threw up, man.
This was at a restaurant you just went to?
No, I was at a friend of mine.
Oh, a friend. Oh, okay.
Made some food, and I was like, I can't believe this.
Did you know before he made did you know he had a pet beforehand?
Yeah, but I thought the dog stayed outside.
Man, you sure it wasn't a dog in the food? Well, you didn't eat it anyway, so.
No, I did start eating it, but I saw the hair. I said, oh, man, I already took 2 swallows. God dang.
But I guess you wouldn't know what dog tastes like, right?
Okay. Well, I went back over his house and the dog was there, so
Oh, okay. Maybe he had 2 that looked the same.
It was just a hair. It wasn't nothing else. No meat or nothing. Yeah. So this is seafood, so it would have been obvious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, man, I was like so mad. But I was like, people just have to have their dogs in the house like dogs and people. Dogs are not people. I hope people understand that. It's even crazy to the point where people are like, I'm the dog's mom and I'm the dog's dad. It's like, no, you're not. You're the owner. That's it. How do we get to be so weird, man? Dude, I don't get it.
Man, I can guarantee you, man, some people will vote for a dog to be mayor or city councilman. They love dogs so much.
They probably would. But it's like, you have to understand, everybody don't love dogs.
No.
Just have respect for other people, too. You know what I'm saying? And most people's dogs, they're not even, trained very well. You see dogs all running all wild instead of the person, come here. And the dogs just running like they don't even care.
Yep.
You're like, this person don't deserve a dog, man.
No.
They really don't. And especially like, I don't know how to get these emotional support. What do you call it? Where they can have a thing to say it's emotional support.
Yeah. Like all you got to do is just tell your doctor. Go to a doctor and tell them that you need an emotional, and they'll give you what you need, the paperwork that you need to get one. That's all you got to do, man.
That's a problem.
That's all you got to do. I think those doctors, we need to go after them too.
Yeah. How about we have a dog bite them?
Yep. Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, right. I ain't signing no more papers.
Yeah.
Forget that.
Yep.
Everybody go get when their dog bites the doctor. And you're like, I ain't doing this no more.
Yeah, that's what we need to do, man.
For real.
Yes.
Because, man, but what did we say before about greed? Greed, man, is a crazy thing, man.
I don't know. And then people they'll talk about like, the dog don't bite.
Oh, man, I hate
that. And come on, how are what circumstance that your dog wouldn't bite? You don't know if he will or would, but there are certain circumstances that it would.
Yep.
I don't know how many people have told me their dog don't bite it, this, that, and the third, and then, as soon as it starts sniffing and smells something they don't like,
exactly.
It's about ready to start gnarl at your kneecaps or something like that.
Yeah. And how about, I've seen stuff on TV where people be like, oh, the dog don't bite, the person try to pet the dog, snap their finger.
Yeah.
It's like, man, that's your dog. It's not my dog. So you don't know what the dog's going to do because you don't know what's going to set the dog off.
No. I think sometimes this might have something to do too, man, with people, their own emotional selves, man. Like something has to be wrong. Like I think that there's something that a human being, an adult human being should be able to do.
Right.
Like you should be able to live by yourself.
Yep.
For an extensive amount of time without nobody.
Mm-hmm.
I think you should be able to do that.
Yeah.
Not forever, but for a certain amount of time, you should be able to live by yourself. You shouldn't have to have a pet to make you feel better.
No, you shouldn't.
You should be able to, what's wrong with living by yourself for a while?
Yeah.
And like work it out.
Yep.
If you're going through something, just work it out. Be an adult.
That's it.
Just work it out. That's what being an adult is.
I know we have a cousin that lives back east and her husband had a dog, but that dog was cool because it was trained though. You know what I'm saying? So that dog didn't come up sniffing your butt and your testicles and stuff, you know what I'm saying? And trying to bite you, you know what I mean? It was like calm.
Yeah.
That's how it should be. get your dogs in training if you're not really good with handling dogs or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So because everybody don't want dogs sniffing all on them stuff. Because I hate when I go to people's house and the dog sniffing all on my privates and stuff. I'm like, this is not comfortable.
Yeah, no, that's.
I hate it.
No, that's. You know what I'm saying?
But anyway, when it gets back to talking about this emotional support animal stuff, what do you feel about that? As far as like, should they cut that out and say we're not going to be doing this no more, or should it be stricter laws with being able to get them, or what?
Yeah, I think it should be strict laws, man. Like, look, if you want an emotional support animal, then you need to be evaluated.
Yeah.
You need to be evaluated, and we need to first of all figure out where you going, what you got going on up here.
Yeah. And
then we need to figure out, before we even think about giving you an emotional support animal, we need to figure out if you even qualified to take care of it.
True.
Because if you can't take care of yourself, how are you going to take care of something else?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, yeah, I think they need to start evaluating some of these people, man.
Yeah, because you know what? I saw this lady, she had emotional support duck. How you going to have a duck for some emotional support? What is it going to do?
Yeah, I've heard of snakes. People have snakes, alligators.
Man.
All kinds of stuff, dude, they use as an excuse, man. Just because you have something missing in your life, I don't know if you got hurt by someone or there's something just missing in your life.
For sure.
And you haven't diagnosed it properly.
Yep.
And you need something for emotional support. Like you a grown
go to like a psychologist or something.
Oh yeah, they need to be evaluated by professionals. Definitely, yeah. I didn't make that point. By a professional, they need to be evaluated by a serious professional dude who is qualified to make a diagnosis on what condition that you suffer from, and to see if you're qualified for an emotionally support animal.
I agree with that, man.
But there should only be certain people who are certificated to be able to give those whatever those certificates are. They need to be professional guys, and just a few of them.
Yeah.
Who can give those out to those people to get that. It should be like hard to get, man.
Yes, I agree with that.
It should be real hard to get.
I definitely agree with that. But while we're on the subject of support, we need people to support this show. So
yes,
what should they do?
They need to like, subscribe, and make a comment.
Yes.
That's exactly what y'all need to do.
Subscribe. Don't forget to do that because it don't cost you nothing. And you want to be one of the first ones to see when the new stuff come out because we got a lot of good stuff coming up.
For sure, man. And I know a lot of people out there feel the same way we do about these like emotionally support animals. I know a lot of y'all gonna have a lot to say. Some might be a little mad about it, but the ones who like, you might be sitting next to your girl and she got a dog and you don't like it because you probably can't get none. So you need to make a comment because she won't see that. So,
let us know what you're thinking.
Yeah, man.
And let's move on.
Yes, sir.
We got something coming up.
What's that?
The Bonehead segment, am I right?
The Bonehead. Yes, we do.
What you got?
It's kind of funny when you were telling me we were going through the story. This is one of the stories you kind of told is like the Bonehead.
Right.
Yeah, it's actually kind of like similar to the Bonehead.
Okay.
So yeah, this dude goes into the store, man, with a small dog, right?
Uh-huh.
So you know how they have those mobile carts
that
you can sit in, and there's like a basket in the front.
Yeah.
So he puts his dog, inside the basket, right? So he just starts shopping.
Okay.
So 5 minutes later, a customer walks up to the manager and says, I think I see some meat that's leaking throughout the store. You might need to get somebody to go clean that up. Mm-hmm. The manager tells somebody, like a lower level employee, to go clean that up. The lower level employee looks at it and they were like, wait a minute, this isn't meat. This is urine. So the guy's driving that mobile cart throughout the whole store and urine is just following him all around. So when the manager goes to confront him about it, he's like, well, I didn't even notice it. Come on, man. The dog's in front of you. You didn't notice the dog was urine all over the place. So the manager was like, okay, look, what we can do is you can either go outside, let the dog relieve itself, or pay for your groceries and leave. The man gets mad and he decides to go to the front, pay for his groceries and leave. Mm-hmm. So when he goes to the front and pays for his groceries, the dog starts defecating at the checkout lane. Defecates at the checkout lane.
That's bad.
And so the manager was like, you know what? Take your groceries. You can have it for free. You don't even have to pay for it. We just want to get you out of the store. And the guy was like, no, I'll pay for it. He's like, no, we just want you out of the store. So the guy threatens to call human resources because he was being treated badly by the store. So he walks out of the store saying he's going to call human resources and he was never going to shop there again. Meanwhile, the poor employee who was supposed to go clean up the meat trail now has to clean up urine and defecation.
Oh, man, that's messed up.
So this gentleman who comes inside the store with supposedly an emotionally support animal, which you knew it wasn't, because it wasn't trained, he gets the Bonehead Award.
He definitely deserves that.
Yeah.
Because he's definitely a bonehead for sure.
Bonehead, man.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
Can you believe people?
You know what? Almost nothing surprises me from people anymore. Seriously, dude. Like, to me, it's just kind of like, dude, question everything and trust no one.
But wait, this is the crazy part. He's talking about, I don't want to shop here anymore. They don't want you there.
Nope.
I wouldn't even want you coming back in my store. Remember, they used to say we have the right to refuse service to anyone?
Yeah.
And they let everybody come into the store nowadays. I'd be like, you can't come back in here, man.
It's this soft, it's the soft culture.
I know.
You know, like, they just want to please everybody, dude. And I wouldn't be surprised if the dude walked back inside the store with a disguise or at a time where the people who saw his dog defecate wasn't there. He probably snuck back up in there. I'm pretty sure he did.
That's crazy, man.
I'm sure he did. Because once people have a place to shop that they're comfortable with, they don't want to really go outside of that. So I'm sure he shot back in there on the low, on the sneaky, on the sneak tip.
That's crazy.
And even if the manager said, make sure this, took a picture of the person and said, make sure this person don't shop in here no more, what is a lower level manager, a night manager going to do?
Yeah.
They're not going to do anything.
Wow. That's sad.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to move on, man. It's time for the 10 Mouse Commandments.
Ooh, man, I love it. I love the whole show, but this is one of my favorite parts of the show.
Okay, so that means you're ready.
I'm ready like Freddie the Rock real steady.
Number one?
Mouse Commandment number 1. Thou shalt not let a woman tell him how to drive.
Mouse Commandment number 2. Thou shalt not ever hold your woman's purse while shopping.
Mouse Commandment number 3. Thou shalt not ever, and I mean ever, even during breast cancer month, wear pink.
Yeah, because people use the excuse to have the pink on, all that. I mean, our mom passed away from cancer, but we still don't wear the pink.
No, man, like just because somebody put a label on what color you should wear, you can wear whatever color you want.
Exactly.
To represent breast cancer month.
Yeah, and people
doesn't have
don't
to be
know
pink.
what your support is. You know what I mean? It doesn't have to be pink.
Nope.
It can be anything.
Yep.
Anyway, we're going to move on to commandment number 4. Thou shalt not ever wear skinny jeans, and do not sag pants past your butt, because nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, skinny jean can sag in your pants. Like, who wants to see that?
Nobody. Well, I don't.
I don't either, man. I don't want to see anybody's underwear, dude's underwear,
Me
man.
either.
I just look away now. It makes me want to throw up.
I don't like it, man.
Mouse Commandment number 5. Thou shalt not ever say, happy wife, happy life.
Yeah, you know I got one.
What?
Lots of loving makes a happy husband.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
And you look like you getting a whole bunch of that.
Mouse Commandment number 6. Thou shalt not ever wear fingernail polish, makeup, or women's underwear.
Women's underwear. Ooh.
Oh, they all bad, man.
I'm still tripping off that other episode, man, when you were talking about homeboy, that cop who was breaking into people's houses and trying on women's underwear. Oh,
Yeah.
man.
He was in the military.
Oh, military.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That was crazy, wasn't it?
Dude, I don't even want to think about that no more, man.
All right, go on.
Mouse Commandment number 7. Thou shalt not constantly text or call his woman to check in.
And people do that a lot.
Sure, there's a whole bunch of dudes do that. In order to be happily married in this century, in this time, you kind of have to do stuff like that.
You know, the women don't like that we say this, but, you know, it's true. You shouldn't be doing that.
Nope.
They just want the control.
Yep.
And if your woman is mad and say, you should listen to that, they want control.
Yep. Well, maybe they already have it.
That's true. So Mouse Commandment number 8 is, thou shalt not ever give your woman the password to your phone.
Man, some dudes give him not only the password to the phone, but they'll give him the password to the debit card too.
Woo! That's doing a lot right there.
That's a whole bunch.
They're like, nah, man, I want my woman to trust me, man. But deep down inside, they don't like it.
Nope. No,
They really don't like it
Now, you ain't got no game if you got to give your woman your passwords, dude. You ain't got no game.
at all.
Like, I don't have a whole bunch of game, but I got some game, and that ain't happening.
What about the people that let their woman take care of all the bills and everything? They give them all the money.
No. I'll pay my own bills, dude.
Yeah, me too.
I've been paying my own bills for a long time, and that's never going to stop.
Never going to
I don't need you to balance my checkbook. I don't need you to pay my bills. No.
I can handle that.
I think I can handle it too. Mouse Commandment number 9. Thou shalt not let any woman treat him like a child.
And that's another one they like doing.
Oh, it's like nature with women.
Yeah.
They just feel like, you could be sick and they'll tell you what remedy to take. And I'm like, I survived 45 years without you telling me what to take when I'm sick. But now you want to tell me as if I'm going to live longer.
Yeah.
But I buy the same NyQuil. Oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. But I buy the same medicine that I've been buying for years. Yours ain't going to make no difference.
Exactly. And finally, we're at mouse commandment number 10. Thou shalt not ever wife up a girl with a high body count.
Oh, man. I don't even want to imagine that, dude.
Man.
I remember
you think you in love, and you find out some bad news?
That's probably devastating, dude.
What were you going to say, though?
I was going to say, I was talking to this dude the other day. I think I was taking a break. I was sitting down eating at one of the fast food restaurants that's too dang expensive.
Okay.
And I got into a conversation with a customer, and he was just talking about, man, we all past that, man. You shouldn't even care about that no more. I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah. I was like, no, man, that matters to me, dude. Like, I mean, I understand.
Do you know his situation?
Well, he claimed that he didn't have anybody, but he claimed that he always had 2 women from the ages of a certain age. He's always had 2 women, but he said it didn't matter.
Yeah, right.
But nah, man, I can't see any man that wants a respectable woman who doesn't care about the body count.
No, not if you want somebody respectable.
Yeah.
He might be desperate. That's what it sounds like to me, because you ain't got the kind of game that you saying that you have if you're okay with that.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Sound like to me that guy needs mouse. Tell him to watch the show, man.
Yeah, I'll tell him next time. Next time I see him up in there.
Matter of fact, he needs to listen to this right here.
Yeah, I'll send it to him.
Okay.
When we finish editing it up.
If he would go by these commandments, he'll be in good shape. But since he's not, let him know, man.
I will definitely let him know.
He wants to be a man again.
Yep.
Come and
Join Mouse.